Can you remember how comforting your room was as a kid? For children going through a transplant, a hospital room needs to be a home. Hi, I'm Hannah Knepper.
I'm Hannah Gonzalez.
I'm Alexis Perez.
And I'm Catherine Mulo.
And we are Fox Cancer. And through our campaign, we were able to make an ordinary hospital room a dream room.
So first of all, the mission statement of Kids Beating Cancer. They're the only nonprofit foundation of its kind in America. They provide access to cures through cutting-edge science of bone marrow and stem cell transplants at the Kids Beating Cancer Pediatric Transplant Center. In other words, they fund the match of a transplant. They are pretty much, their strengths are that they are sympathetic to the cause. Most people are sympathetic, obviously, because it is childhood cancer and it is a sensitive subject. They have a strong reputation locally, as they are from the Florida hospital. They do have 4.8 out of 5 stars on their reviews, as the other team mentioned. They don't have a ton of reviews, but their strongest platform is Facebook. They have over 13,000 followers and can reach their target demographic of middle-aged affluent donors. Their weaknesses, we noticed that their social media targets a specific age demographic, so they're blocking out certain demographics like millennials or specifically Rollins College students. They're heavily Florida branded, which can make branching out nationally across the country more difficult. Opportunities that they have, by increasing engagement on social media other than Facebook, such as Twitter and Instagram, they can reach more demographics that are on other social media platforms, because we as millennials don't spend as much time generally on Facebook as we do on other platforms of social media, such as Instagram or Twitter. They can also partner with local organizations such as Rollins College, which is what we seek to do today. As a threat, KBC faces larger, more popular organizations affiliated with childhood cancer, such as St. Jude's, which can limit donations and can kind of make it like, where am I supposed to put my donations? Where's the correct answer? When there isn't really a correct answer. Without funding, they do not succeed in their mission. Although they have a strong reputation in Central Florida, Kids Beating Cancer does not reach certain demographics, such as Rollins College students, and they can gain a stronger presence online overall. They're known locally, but they could use more recognition with those outside of their immediate reach. They do a strong job of contacting the people they already know, but they need to reach out farther. Though Facebook garners the most engagement, they do not have many reviews or online buzz on other social media platforms other than Facebook. In order to increase KBC's reputation, we figured a social media campaign can be created to spread awareness.
So a research survey conducted prior to our campaign found that only 15% of Rollins College students identified Kids Beating Cancer as a childhood cancer organization, whereas 83% identified St. Jude. 75% did not know that childhood cancer is the leading cause of death in children by disease. 89% did not know that 1,800 lives are claimed by childhood cancer in the United States every year. And 92% did not know that 4 children die every day of childhood cancer. Did not know, did not know, did not know. So what we are seeing here is a failure to raise awareness among this age demographic of college students. We are a part of a generation that is the most technologically adept, and we spend a lot of time on social media. So a evaluation of the communication messages, channels, and themes of Kids Beating Cancer found that while they are being consistent across platforms and using the same hashtags, the same themes, making sure that their mission is communicated, they're not being frequent. Their Facebook page has over 18,000 likes, averaging at 20 likes per post, posted once a day with 4 shares. Their Instagram page has 709 followers, averaging at 40 likes per post, but they only post once every 2 weeks. Another channel, their website, is too few images, and they're not using enough of what they have to pull in stakeholders, such as images of children or authority figures like Dr. Shook. It's overridden with text, and there are too many illustrations where those faces could be used with pictures. Their competitors, on the other hand, Alex's Lemonade Stand has almost 300,000 likes on Facebook, averaging at 40 likes per post, posting once a day. They have 33,000 followers on Instagram, posting every couple days, averaging at 300 likes. while Runway to Hope, on the other hand, has a more professional design of their website and is visually stimulating and utilizing what they have. So the best practices that we recommend is posting more visual, engaging content so as to engage this demographic, such as user-generated content, for example. What is the type of dream room that you would have if you were a child? Things like that. And also, as I said, more images used on the website over text and illustrations.
Okay, so I'm now going to talk about the publics and stakeholders of this campaign. So the publics included patients, employees, investors, donors, the media, and the community, which would be like Central Florida, Orlando, and Winter Park. And then the stakeholders included the Kids Beating Cancer president, CEO, trustees, directors, volunteers, partners, donors, clients, and investors. And then, so our audience. So our target audience was Rollins College students. These students range in the ages between 18 and 22 years old. They are located in Winter Park and on the Rollins College campus. These students do not have a large amount of income just because we are all college students, and they are mainly more female than male students as well. Our secondary audience was the Rollins College administration, faculty, and staff. These people range between the ages of 30 and 60 years old, and both male and female, with around a median income. Okay, so goal 1 of our campaign. This was to raise money to provide a child fighting cancer with a newly decorated room. And our objective for this goal was to raise $500. So our first step in achieving this goal was our event Design-A-Bear. And at this event, attendees who donated $1 wrote their name and their dream room on a Bunky Bear, which was then placed on the banner that we decorated. And students who donated $3 were also able to receive a phone pocket as well. They were also encouraged to take a gold ribbon at this event to promote awareness, and also our attendees took photos with the frame that we made, and we used these photos to post on our Instagram page as well. And so this event took place in the campus center, and we chose the campus center because there is a heavy flow of traffic always going in and out between students and faculty. We also did this event during Common Hour, which is between 12 and 2 p.m. Because students do not have class then and teachers are not teaching at that time. We chose to post around 3 p.m. on Facebook and Instagram because we knew the majority of students are usually done with class around those times. And then we also did this event during September because it was Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So the tactics for this event. It took place on September 20th, and we solicited donations with incentives such as the Bunky Bears and the bracelets. And on Facebook and Instagram, we posted promotional material and images from our events.
Okay, so the second goal in our campaign was to increase awareness of childhood cancer and kids beating cancer. The objectives we had were to increase followers to 50 per platforms, that includes Instagram and Facebook, per event, to gain 50 likes per post, and to post 15 times on both platforms throughout our campaign. For strategies to raise awareness, we chose social media and word of mouth as a way to communicate with our peers and the surrounding community. By talking with peers and faculty, we could generate buzz about our events, and by posting on social media, we could send then reminders about our events and reach those that we couldn't reach through talking. As well, another strategy again was choosing the same location. It's a campus center, it's high traffic, and choosing Common Hour also allows for more people to be able to come and talk with us because they don't have to feel rushed going to class. So our tactics were events such as Design-A-Bear. At those events, we passed out flyers, bracelets, and we talked with attendees about KBC, sharing stories and statistics and facts such as where they're located and their mission statement. We also had a silent auction, and we discussed KBC and the purpose of what they do. As well, a cool part of our silent auction is that we did get to incorporate local Winter Park businesses using donations for them. So that included The Porch, Barney's, Spoleto, BurgerFi, and that's about it. So we used those, and that was a way for us to communicate KBC as a local organization to other local organizations. And we used all of these as a way of generating conversation about KBC. And another tactic we used specifically on our social media was to post statistics about childhood cancer and about KBC, as well as event promotional material. And as well, we hashtagged every post with Rollins Life, which then generates it and allows for the Rollins community to have a better chance of seeing it. We used Science is the Cure, which is the tagline or the slogan for Kids Beating Cancer. Our first hashtag was Kids Beating Cancer, so that their social media could see that we were posting about them and they could join in on our own conversation. And as well, we used our own hashtag Fox Cancer.
So for our timeline, we started on September 17th, and then our first event was September 20th, Design a Bear. So we had a quick turnaround time, but we did very, very well. We stationed ourselves, as we said, in the campus center, so we had a lot of high traffic. And I thought the most important part about this event, yes, they did get to write their name on a bear and write what their dream room would be and stick it on the board. And so by the end, we had this beautiful board of all these bunky bears and all the different rooms people would want. But we also, every time someone bought something or engaged with us, we had basically our own 15-second pitch of this is what Kids Beating Cancer is, here's why it's important, here's why we're on Rollins campus, here's why we're here, and here's why this work is very important. So as we garnered more social media following and all of that, we had our second event on October 30th, our silent auction and raffle, which was also in the campus center, but in a separate room. So we had some people outside, kind of bringing people in, saying, hey, we've got Spoleto gift cards and all these different things. Tickets were $1, and for $1 you could put it in for any of those items. So the more tickets you buy, the more chance you have to win something, which also, we also had the art card readers, so we also accepted Tarbucks, which a lot of people would come in and be like, oh, how much money do I have on my Tarbucks? Sounds good. So it was very easy to get people engaged. Yes, there was some kind of monetary value, but we also in this system gave the same pitch of here's Kids Beating Cancer, and by this point, some people actually recognize us as well, which is very cool. And so on November 9th was the official end of our campaign. So these are all days that we posted on both Instagram and Facebook. So basically, we learned that a social media campaign isn't exactly the easiest thing to do. Like the other group mentioned, it is very easy to have big ideas of, we're going to post this day and do this and this. We did maintain each day had a separate theme. So for example, Monday was facts about childhood cancer, Tuesday was facts about Kids Beating Cancer specifically as an organization, Wednesday was event promo, and Sunday was throwbacks from events we've already held. So we had a content calendar that told us what each day's post would be. But yeah. So in October, we had a couple more posts as well. We learned that it was harder to run a social media campaign than we thought. If we were to do this again, we would delegate more people to creating graphics and content as well as running the pages itself. A program like Hootsuite would definitely make it a lot easier because we had to have someone physically on the page every day around the same time to post something, and that's easier said than done to be like, yes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, I will be on Instagram at 3 o'clock, which sounds easier than it is. But overall, we did gain a lot of buzz and following. We had over 50 followers on Instagram and Facebook.
So the evaluation of our campaign. Overall, our campaign was successful. We raised $528.26 for KBC, which does complete our objective for creating a My Room. Our first event, we raised $182.25, which was a feat for us because we did it in 3 days. So I would count that as high success. We also had a Facebook event page and a Facebook donation page, which we got $70 from, which I think was an important and a unique tactic that we used because it reached people that weren't technically in the Rollins community. And then we raised about $232 at our silent auction. And we increased awareness by engaging about 300 people at each event and then through followers on Facebook. At the first event, we gave out 33 gold ribbons, 20 flyers, 31 bracelets, and on social media, we gained 53 followers on Instagram and posted 15 times, which did complete our goal of gaining 50 followers and posting 15 times throughout the campaign. And on Facebook, we gained 49 followers, one away from our goal. and we posted 16 times on Facebook. And this increased our awareness by about 75%. As Hannah stated earlier, a challenge to our campaign was our social media. I think we thought that because we're millennials, social media is going to be easier than we expected, but unfortunately many platforms have a lot of posts, so it's hard to reach people when they're seeing things every single day, so it's easier to scroll past than it is to engage someone. So I think in the future, an opportunity that we could take advantage of is working specifically with KBC's already established platforms. So maybe instead of creating our own Facebook pages, we can take control of theirs and use that since they have more followers and have a wider reach. As well as Hannah said, we could use Hootsuite, which would create a content calendar for what we're gonna post, as well as have a posting schedule where you can just hit one button and it posts everywhere you wanna go. And as well, we could create more creative content and more engaging content such as polls or videos. So, in the end, during the time it took us to present our campaign to you, about 10 kids have been diagnosed with cancer worldwide. Through campaigns such as ours and Tars for the Cure and the other 2 campaigns through Dr. Painter's classes, college students in the surrounding community are now aware of how they can be an impact on this statistic. Thank you.